good old Blender 2.79. First thing, I need to go over to dafont.com. I'm looking for a single letter. You know what? And this may even be like a single letter design. Potentially something kind of like this. Not like that. Something that's kind of intricate, but not too much. I'm looking for, and I could probably just whip something up here that's kind of based on one letter or based on a font that already exists. I mean, so I'm just gonna add a new text here and hit period to zoom in. Get all of our scaling set up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to find a decent font here, because I've got like stuff that I used before and I haven't used since, like for specific projects and that kind of a thing. But I feel like I want some intricacy. So perhaps what I need to do is, man, I might just do I don't know, like the letter E, but I figure I might just model it instead. Because the capital letter E, yeah, I'll just model it. So let's just do a cube, and let's go into face mode. So let's get something kind of you know, something to kind of start our shape here. I'm gonna pull up my dashboard so I can see what's going on if you guys have any questions or whatever. Hello, one viewer. So basically, if I go in the top view here, and we're gonna try to make the I don't know, I kind of want like a fat E. So I think all I gotta do is just really throw a couple line cuts in here. Just place that at 0. And then let's scale that on the Y and kind of put them, I guess right there would be fine. And then a couple more in the middle, that should be good. So go back into face mode here and grab our, get rid of this widget guy, I don't need that. Cool, so let's just grab those out, and then, but not this middle one. We're gonna leave that one kind of short there. Or are we? Yes, no. What does it sound? Oh no, there's like something outside. It's like a leaf blower at 9 at night. Oh, a car with a leaf blower engine. So I think we're getting somewhere. So I think that's gonna be good for now. I wonder what a bevel looks like. Nope. No, that's not gonna work out. So the general idea is dropping a plane in here. This is kind of the concept. And giving this plane a shiny material. Just I guess a normal glossy is good. But do like a 0.1 roughness, and then give this guy an emission value of, I guess just the default would be fine for now. And then we're going to go over here and turn off ambient occlusion, pull the world all the way down to black, make sure we don't have any lights because we're providing our own light, and we should probably save at this point. So I'm just going to call this letter logo dot blend. Cool. So just to render, I like that glow that kind of happens, but this might be a bit much because you're kind of losing the details there in the corners. I don't know if there's a way to get that back, but I think that's the intricacy that I'm missing. So I think what I need to do is throw a couple of more loop cuts in there, and then let's do I'm not really counting or anything. It's just to kind of get some geometry to work with here. So we should have lots of stuff now. So I wonder what it would look like if I do like a checker deselect, and then maybe just delete those faces and render that guy. That's better. I think so. We're getting somewhere. That's kind of cool though. So let's go ahead and save this. I was having crashing issues last night because I think I was using an older version of 279. So we are getting there. So let's bring this floor down so we can see this checker. I wonder if that is going to add some. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I wonder if we should leave it black and white, or if we should add a color to, like, just a subtle color shift, maybe to the blue, just a touch. You know what? I'm not digging it. Let's keep it white. So it's good for now. I gotta figure out what to do with these giant blocks right here. They're too solid where everything else is broken up. So I wonder if I can just, with a single one selected, can I get just a couple of cuts? Yeah, I think vertical would be cool. Maybe about the same distance here. So just manually go in here and get rid of those. So we kind of continue that pattern there. And then maybe for this guy, we'll go this way? No, let's go the other way. Yeah, to kind of continue that thought here. So we're going to leave this and then get rid of these guys here. Yeah, because that kind of, it feels like it fits a little better. Same with this one. This doesn't have, there's nothing here. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe I should just delete this whole thing. Maybe I should just get rid of all these. I don't know if that makes a difference. But I do know I want to take this and continue that look. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll get rid of every other one. Like that. Cool. So next, we'll go ahead and save. And another guy right here. We'll just kind of continue here at the same-ish width. Back to face mode. Getting rid of every other panel. So there you go. Cool. I think that's gonna do all right. Except for there's no. I wonder if I should take these and just move them over here. I don't know if that. Yeah. But I don't know if it doesn't matter if they're connected or not. We're not really going to be animating this too much. I think we're just going to like fly the camera around. So that is more like it. So I think this starting to look like a picket fence. I'm not. Maybe that was a bad move. I feel like I need some separation, some definition. Unless it's from the top down, it's not so bad. But like these angles, you start to lose it. You don't know what it is until you're from top down. The top down is coming along. I think like a flyover. So if we make that the camera, and then oops, if we grab the camera and do one of these guys, yeah, because you get kind of that parallax with the in these areas here where it's checkered. It's kind of cool. So I think another thing is we can do something like just for this animation here. Whoa, something kind of maybe get rid of this center square, but I kind of like the idea of like revealing all these checker things, like for just pulling out like that. So far this is a concept. I wonder if I'm probably going to want to add some flicker to this. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's call this, let's save as letter logo. We're going to do a couple shots here. So let's just do underscore, not plus. Shot 1 dot blend. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and I'm actually going to frame this for IGTV. I think this will be fun to flip this upside down. So we'll do 1080 by 1920. Cool. So goal, let's probably make that a little bit bigger. Make this closer and kind of line it up a little bit better. Get that kind of dead center. Get a cool, yeah, some 8-bit Pac-Man stuff going on. I want to get rid of this square. Do I want to? Does it matter? I mean, I guess for this shot, it's okay. Because we can always go back and put that square back and, yeah, do another shot. Because I think this will be just one of these guys. And that's essentially what's happening here. Am I moving the... Yeah, I'm moving this. Okay, not the camera. So yeah, I think that's just going to be one of these guys, just kind of like a slower, yeah, just that, like a just like a dolly out. So I'm gonna start probably just like with nothing pretty much. So it's gonna be solid white then. And then coming out, we look like that. I think it'll look better the more depth of field we give it. Yeah, it starts to get interesting when these squares start to stretch out. It's less like a checkerboard, and then now I get really digital. Cool. We're getting there. So we're going to pull out to about this point, and I think that's going to be our shot. So timing wise, I want to start back down at that full white right here. So let's go ahead and drop a location keyframe, and we'll go ahead and save right here. So we're going to go ahead and hit play. So I'm just going to kind of feel this out. So if we start white, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's about all you want for that shot. So about 87 frames. So we're going to go back and pull out to that very last, I think, something like that. So you kind of start to see the shape, but it's not fully revealed yet. So from here, we're going to drop a location, and let's go ahead and set our timeline to match. So that's just going to be at 87 frames. So if we go ahead and loop just that, and I want to make this linear. Oh, I forget which is selected and which is not selected. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should change my theme. Alright, so just I don't want any kind of ramp or anything on it, just a straight linear. Yeah, because I think that'll be just a decent shot one. So next one, I want to land in focus. I want to start, it doesn't matter that I'm starting blurry, just because it's going to be pure white anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's in focus or not. So for camera, let's display our limits, and let's end like just about, I wonder if we could turn on ambient occlusion. It'd kind of help me see, because it's easy to get lost in here. Yeah, so let's drop our distance down to about right there. So we're kind of landing on these edges here. Yeah. So, and I don't think we have to animate it. I think we just leave it there. So it just kind of lands on that. I think, unless, because you know, if we're getting most of the shot is like that. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to just do a full render, because I'm gonna have to see. Unless I can do. Can I do depth of field in the viewport? So is this affecting? Let's do like 0.5. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be, and then we'll do f-stop 0.5. Same. 6 blades. I don't know why. I feel like there should be more in a real lens, but there probably are. There's probably 18 or 20. But I don't know. I like the idea of a hexagonal bloom or bokeh. It's kind of cool. So this could be cool, because you're kind of catching the focus of that far element, and so potentially this could be a decent frame to kind of help the focus situation. And I just realized I am on CPU compute. Let's go ahead and bump it up a little bit. So Yeah, cause see, you got the blurry squares, and they're kind of overlaying the sharp ones. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I like it. I think it's gonna work. So cool. I'll take that. That's cool. Um, and then this last one, that's gonna be where it lands for that last moment. Yeah, I think that'll work. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I wonder if this emission is too bright because there's so much. There's a lot going on here visually, and I wonder if the emission brightness is taken away from that a bit too much. So if we select our E and drop the strength, like just cut it in half. It just turns it gray. I want more definition. So I wonder if I can't just save that, but we'll hop over to the compositor, use nodes, and let's re-render that last frame just so we have all of it, not missing a piece. In the meantime, we will add a viewer so we can see what's going on. Output viewer, layout, reroute. Cool. So once that's all finished, we should be able to. Because I think the biggest thing I want to try here is not only like to increase the contrast, probably just a curves adjustment I think would do it. Yeah, just kind of, I guess it's just knocking down those low lights on the reflection there. So we'll save that, and then what I really like, and this is just one of the coolest effects, I feel like I use it too much, but it's a fun time, is the lens distortion. Because I think that 0.1 here is a bit overkill, and I like the dispersion effect the best, so we're probably going to do let's cut that in half so it's not 0.5, 0.05. So it's there, but it's not insane. So you got a little bit of curve there. It's not much, but it's there. And then 0.05 for dispersion. So to kind of get that color into the edges. Maybe 0.067. Oh, you can't do it in tenths. Dude, 0.1, why not? Let's go crazy. Sure, let's go with that. That's cool. And I think that's gonna do it for. I mean, it's just you don't need to have a bunch of composite stuff on here. I mean, unless you really wanna go nuts. Yeah, I can't see anything else that I really want to do. I mean, color is the biggest thing. What if you invert it? What would it look like? What is inverted white light? Meh. I don't know. I like that. I like it the other way. Alright, cool. So let's save that. I think that's pretty much it for shot 1. I think that's gonna be cool. So I think what I'm gonna do, likely going to render this locally, so there's no need for me to create a separate project file for each shot. I think at this point I'm just going to go to frame 1, go over here, add a marker, and then select this camera here and bind the camera to the marker. And then at this last keyframe here, going to let's do 88 then, and slide our ending out a little bit. We're going to do a new marker and create a new camera. So we'll just switch in project because this will all be one project file. So let's grab this new camera down here. Why did that undo? This one I want to be the active camera. I thought I knew the shortcut for that. Yeah, control numpads. Oh, it's just control, not control alt. So, okay. Alright, so I want to do something kind of like gliding along, like a lateral move. I don't know if I feel like if we're doing a vertical composition, I like these vertical bars could be something. Just trying to find my shot here. That's kind of very stripy, but that's very similar to the shot I had before because that's just dolly out. So ooh, what about this? Yeah, maybe. Because I like the vertical composition kind of. Because yeah, that could be something cool there. So maybe get it like that. Save, and so we've got our marker here. Let's go ahead and bind this camera. Oop, sorry, the mouse has to be over here. So bind that to the. So now we should just switch when the timeline hits. So on frame 88, cool. We switch. Drop a keyframe, and then I want this to go like 2, 3, 4, probably like frame 160-ish. Let's just try that and see how it feels. So we'll just, we'll pull out to, because I really want to, I would love it if this subtly was more like that. So let's just do a location, because so that way it doesn't go through any geometry. It doesn't look. Yeah. So okay. Alright, so I think 88, I kind of want to have those in focus, those bars there. So let's do our limits. Let's push our distance out to like there. And then let's do f-stop. I guess 0.5 is a decent aperture. 6 blades again. Save, and let's just take a look at that frame and see how we got. Okay, so very Cruella de Vil black and white stripes, but I feel like it complements the vertical composition that you can barely do anything with. So, okay, and then you got the distortion, the composite still with us, despite changing cameras, so that's cool. So, I think we're ready to move back. I'm really interested about this. So if we save this guy and just give that a render, because it would start sharp and then slowly be blurred. Plus you've got that chromatic abrasion from the composite from earlier. And I wonder how much color it's going to add, especially around like the corners right here, like the edges of the frame. Oh, so that's interesting. So let's do that. Let's do another slot here, and let's just so I'll just try to remember that 1.26 is the distance for that first keyframe. 1.26. Alright, so let's take a look at what the in-focus version would look like. I don't know if it's as interesting, because that just throws that blur downward and to the top. I mean, I know it's mostly the reflection off of that plane on the bottom that's giving us that glow. Yeah, that's not as interesting. So let's go back to that 1.26 here, and I think that'll be good with 1.26. Cool. So then when we land on this last keyframe here, we'll go ahead and save. It looks like this. I think I need to push that. So let's go ahead and go to frame 88. Set a keyframe for this distance. And then we'll go back here and then push it to about there. So that'll just kind of leave us up to wherever it lands in the middle between those keyframes. So if we give this a render, kind of see how that looks with all the stuff going on in the background, it should be something. Should be something. I think it's gonna be alright. It's very similar to that first shot though. I think I got distracted. But definitely this third one I want to have a left-right. So I think that's good. I think that's fine. That'll work. Because it's only a handful of frames. So 161 is going to be our new marker. And drop a new camera in here. And then it's Control-0 to make that the new active camera. So this next shot I wanted to do, man, like, I kind of wonder, like, this kind of, to get this, like a slow, starting about here. And then we're going to display limits, do all this stuff again. Really, there should be like I should just keep the presets, or your stuff from the last camera, but I guess not. Alright, so limits, that's all well and good. So let's set our focus distance here to like this first. Yeah, that first square right there. And then we're going to set a keyframe on the distance, and we're going to bind this camera to the marker, so we should have that cut here. at 161, and I'm going to go back before we do anything else, just while it's on my mind, and select all of the keyframes here and just make sure everything's linear, because we ran into some Bezier frames earlier. So at 161, I really just want to push this camera along the Y. So for however long, so it's just something like 2, 3, 4. So like, you know, I guess 234 should be fine. So let's save this, and then just that. I don't want like too much movement. Insert location. Actually, let's do a lock rot. So, because I do want to bring this up on the X a little bit, just a touch. So, a new lock rot then. Alright, so we should have. Oh, I didn't set that first keyframe. I just did the focus distance. That's fine. So, bring this back and down, and then drop a lock rod. Unless I did something else, I guess I wasn't paying attention. Cool, so we'll get something kind of like that, but again, everything linear. So yeah, we got this. So first focal distance is a little bit short now. So let's replace the keyframe. Cool. And then on this last one, let's push the focal distance out a little bit and drop a keyframe there. So from the top, we should have something kind of like this. So we got checkers, we got lines. Okay. I think one more detail, and then one of the one to reveal, and that should be it. So let's do our next detail shot. So we're going to be on 235. Drop a marker, drop a new camera in here, make that the active camera, and bind this marker to the new camera. One more detail shot. What are we going to do? I kind of want to orbit a little around this. So if we grab something right here, and then insert a lock rod, and then play for about like 1, 2, 3 seconds or so, so about 290, and then just kind of like do one of these guys, and then do lock rod. So something, oh, that's too much movement, too much. About half of that is what I'm looking for. So if we go back to that 290 and just move it, yeah, just something. So replace that. So we'll go here, and that's got that default Bezier. So we'll just linear. Cool. Alright, so let's save this and then see where we are. And I might just make that last a little bit longer too. Oh, that's alright. Oh no, someone's upset. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Come here. Oh, it's okay. Come here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Alright, so you wanna watch what Daddy's doing? Okay. So let's set our focus. Focus. And I guess about close to that corner should be fine. I know. Yeah. So that should be fine. And then by the end of this move... Hey! Wow. That is a triangle. Yeah. I know. Triangles are cool. Triangles are cool. Yep, so just kind of grab that corner, I guess. So this should end us like right about there. So if we check our work here, I think all we lack is a reveal shot and we should be all set. Yeah. No? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so, yes, that is the color black. Alright, cool, so let's jump to the end here. Red. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to 292. Drop a marker, drop a new camera, last one. And then clear out that rotation. There we go. And then sure, let's we've been on a theme with the shallow depth of field, so we may as well keep it for that final. So 0.5, and then throw that distance down to make sure we're getting our top layer about there. So let's do a keyframe. Yeah. Hang on. I know. So bind the camera to the marker, set keyframe for the location. Wow. Round. That's, yes, round is a thing. Round is certainly a thing. So then we're gonna pull this up a little bit like that, I think. Yeah, just a little bit. And then insert location, and then check our focus one last time. Ooh, you need to watch where you're spitting, okay? Alright, so that does it for here. Nope. So we're gonna extend this. Insert a keyframe. Cool. And then this guy should be our final render for this, the letter E. E. What letter is that? Huh? That's the letter E. Very good. Alright guys, I think we're pretty much ready to render. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I'll probably just center up that last shot, get it a little bit more, because there's a lot of room up top. But that's pretty much it. So, cool. Go ahead and sign out and render this guy. And then if you want, check out Instagram. It should be up on there shortly. So, cool. Later.